Greetings, this is Chilled Voyager, and this is my first video from Euro Truck Simulator 2. Today we will be driving with 17 tons of used car batteries from Paris, France to Milan in Italy. We're driving the Scania R, which is 520 horsepower. What a beast. What an interesting colour too, actually. Not quite sure what colour green you would call that. You let me know in the comments below what colour green you would call that. Let's get in the cab and let's get ready to get rolling. Get the engine going. Okay, I just put the handbrake on instead of taking it off. As you will gather as we go along, I'm not the best driver in the world. I am also using a mouse control steering. It's the only analog input I have at the moment. We'll, you know, move on from that at some point. For now though, that's what we've got. We'll make do with what we've got. I will think about getting weird at some point. But there we go. Right, so we've got to make our way out of here, which is actually not the easiest things to do, but we'll be fine. I'm trying to see what's happening in my mirrors a minute. If I go silent at various points, well, there's two reasons I might go silent. One is because I'm concentrating on what I'm doing, like at the moment, so there might be brief pauses. Oh, we just got through there, that's fine. Lovely. Fantastic.
At the roundabout,
so,
take the second exit.
Okay, let's mention a few things. Firstly, I have the voice on the sat-nav, as you've just noticed. Because...
Exit now.
Well, not right then. That would have been in a car park if I'd done... exited exactly that amount. Anyway, yes, so we have the sat-nav voice on. I have turned it down a bit because otherwise it gets a bit annoying, but it is incredibly useful, so instead of having to keep my eye
take the first exit.
Constantly on what's going on, it is slightly annoying in the sense that she and I will be competing for audio
exit now.
Space. But that's all good. I've also mentioned the fact that I'm driving using a mouse, so that's fine. Let's also cover the channel, Chilled Voyager. My real name is Ted, by the way. Other people call me other things, but we won't go into that because some of them aren't very polite. So best not mention them. But Chilled Voyager, so the idea is to produce chilled videos. And I like driving sims, both sort of things like truck and train sims. I also film in GTA 5, but in a different way. I sort of use it. Never followed the storyline in GTA 5. Talking of trains, that was one going just below us. But I do film in GTA 5 for various things, actually. I'm a DJ in real life, and I like to film videos to go with my DJ sets. So I will put some of those on here. Obviously, I can't monetize those. But that's absolutely fine. Just do it for the pure pleasure of doing it. Yes, so my background in real life is as a club DJ, but also a radio DJ, so I'm going to kind of treat this a little bit like radio, but not too much. I'm not going to sort of...
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
First exit, and there's nothing coming from the right.
Exit now.
Probably could have taken that a bit slower, but that's fine. So yes, as I said, I treat it a little bit like radio. I'm also going to be live streaming, and obviously I will treat that more like radio, and I'll need to talk a little bit more on live streams. But I will try and keep the talking to a minimum on here. Maybe not so much in this first episode, because I'm introducing myself and getting used to the feel of things. But that's my plan. Keep it chilled, so when I am talking, I hope my voice is fairly chilled. And the other thing is, my formal education is in psychology well, and computing actually, but psychology primarily, and I have also studied hypnosis, so yes, I'll try not to inadvertently hypnotise anyone. No, I am just kidding. But that does mean that my idea with this whole thing is to be in the moment. I'm quite a big fan of living in the moment and meditation and mindfulness. So the idea is to hopefully create something that's fairly seamless, fairly relaxing, and it makes you feel chilled. It's a nice feeling. So I hope that's what we end up with. We'll see what happens as we go along with these videos. Okay, now we can take the speed up. Didn't actually realise I was going to have to indicate there, but it's all good. So this is a route. I think I have driven this, but in reverse. I mean, I don't mean I've driven it backwards. What I mean is I've driven it from the other direction. Where are the lanes gone? Oh, okay. It's just with the way the light was playing then on the road. I guess that's quite realistic. Sometimes you might lose track of where things are. Anyway, so that's my plan. I'm not going to talk too much. Probably will do a little bit more in this particular episode, just to introduce you to me a bit. But this isn't really about me, it's about you.
Please mind the speed limit.
And your enjoyment, your relaxation. That's what it's about. So I hope we can get that from this. This is so much more realistic than it used to be. I played this many, many years ago, in its early days. In fact, I remember playing UK Truck Simulator in its early days, and yeah, all the roads were pretty much the same. The cities were very similar. Would have been quite easy not to know where you were, but this is, yeah, the roads are more realistic, the driving's much more realistic, and I like the fact that when you go from one country to another, the road layouts change, some of the signs change, the countryside definitely changes, and just watching that truck in front of me, because it's sort of changed lanes and then changed back again. I don't know what that was all about. The AI in this game is very interesting, I have to say, but not saying that I'm necessarily
right, and then exit right.
any better at driving than they are, to be quite honest, but that's fine. I'm sure there will be accidents,
Exit
near misses,
right.
exciting moments as we go along, but I will try and keep things fairly seamless and relaxing if I can. We'll see how it goes. So as I said at the beginning, I'm driving the Scania. I do like the Scania. I also like the Volvo FH, the Globetrotter. That's quite nice too. So you will probably see me predominantly driving those two.
Caution. Please watch the speed limit.
You'll also probably see me speeding quite a lot. Not deliberately, I hasten to add, but from time to time, you know, it will happen. This is quite nice countryside here. I will also be using very minimal editing on these videos. I want to try and keep the flow as smooth as I can and simple as I can, and you know, not cut things out either, because whenever I mess up, I mess up. It's all part of the journey, isn't it? That's the whole point, really. Is if you live in the moment, you have to accept the moment. and to accept the moment. You have to accept that sometimes we make mistakes, and that will happen from time to time. As much here as it does in real life. I do love this though, in the beautiful countryside, and I hope you enjoy this as much as I do and get something out of it, whatever the level of enjoyment might be from this, whether it's you know, true I'm in the wrong lane, tree relaxation. Did I say tree? I meant true relaxation, or I think I said what I saw, that I was seeing trees, so I said tree relaxation. Actually, that is a thing. I love trees. I like to relax with trees. But anyway, let's not go there. My point was, whatever you get from this, as long as it's positive, it's fine with me. If you don't, then that's fine. There's lots of other things to watch on YouTube. That's cool. Some people, there's an awful lot of people who are doing videos in Euro Truck Sim too, and also live streaming. So I probably won't live stream this game. I'll live stream other games. We'll see. But I think also this is probably going to be quite tricky to live stream because there's so much to keep an eye on. To do that at the same time as live streaming, it's probably going to be a little bit tricky. So we'll see. Not sure why I'm still indicating. Yes, but whatever you get from this, if it's entertainment, if it's, as I said, relaxation, hopefully as well, that's my primary goal. I like to watch things like this to go to sleep, to be honest, so if you do fall asleep to this, I will take that as a compliment. Why are we not getting anywhere? Oh, because I haven't... Oh, good. There we go. 12-speed gearbox. In this instance, I am actually using the automatic, realistic automatic, but still an automatic gearbox. Just for the sake of video, I've also turned off the things like speeding violations and also tiredness. Because I'm a cheat. No, not because I'm a cheat. Because I tend to find they're quite interruptive to the sense of a sort of seamless experience. And I want, not just me, but I want you to have this seamless experience. I don't want too many interruptions. So I don't want lots of beeps and things flashing up on the screen constantly. So that's why I've turned those off. Other than that, though, we're going to try and keep it as realistic as possible. I don't know which lane I want. I think we want to change lanes. Let's do it before that vehicle behind comes up.
Keep left.
Yeah, I thought that. Because there probably, as I said earlier, will be incidents, accidents. It's going to happen. We'll try and keep that to a minimum, try and keep things smooth, but if things happen, they happen. And we'll deal with that as we come to them. Right, for a while, I'm going to go quiet for a bit and just let you enjoy the scenery for a while. And then I'll talk to you in a little bit. Enjoy. A little bit of rain, so we've got the wipers on. Do like this countryside, I hope you're enjoying it. As I said, I'm not going to talk too much. Do let me know in the comments if I do talk too much or too little for your taste. Obviously that's a matter of taste and a matter of opinion. Personal preference, whatever you'd like to call it. But do let me know, okay? Again, I'll go quiet for a bit, just let you enjoy the journey. So, apologies for veering all over the place. I took my eyes off the road then as I was looking at what was going on. We've got about 782 kilometres to go, I believe, to make it to Milan in Italy. Obviously heading, well, mostly south, but we also need to head east as well. I do love the dynamic weather in this game. For those who do drive in ETS2, you'll probably notice I've kept things minimal and basic, sticking to basic trucks. I've not downloaded any mods, keeping things nice and simple for now. I might think about doing that in the future. We'll see how things go, but for now I hope you enjoy the way I'm doing things, just keeping it simple and it just really concentrating on the driving and having a nice smooth as possible experience. And now I've just said that, I will probably have a collision or something. That's usually the way of things, isn't it? Famous last words. Do like the countryside. I know when you're driving you don't pay an awful lot of attention to it, but it's very well done, I have to say. I mean, if you look closely you can see some of the trees are basically copies of each other, but that's instances, as we would call them in programming. That's absolutely fine. So I don't know what we would call them in gaming, because I don't in game design, assets, I suppose, something like that. But yeah, I always think of them as instances in programming, in the sense that, you know, you don't create the same thing more than a few times, you just repeat it. Obviously, it makes sense, uses a lot less resources, but if it's done it very carefully, you won't really notice. There's enough variation, but not too much, to hit the hit the graphics card too hard, or it should be fine. But right, so yeah, let's talk about that as well. I'm recording in 1080p. I can record in 4K, but I'm not really convinced that it's worth doing that at this time. I don't think there's enough people watching in 4K because they are... Whoops. Just veered off to the left then. Absolutely huge file sizes, and I just can't justify using up that much disk space. As I said earlier, I'm a DJ and I have a lot of music. I mean, I have terabytes and terabytes of drives. I tend to keep my drives... I've got at least 12 1 terabyte hard drives. I also have recordings of DJ sets that I have done. I like to keep records of everything. Why are my wipers still on? When it is no longer raining. Oh, I've turned them back on again. It's fine. It's all good. I think we've got it now. Yes, so storage space is an issue, and if I start recording in 4K, that's going to use up a lot of space, so I think I will probably avoid doing that for now. If there's enough call for it, I might well do so. Obviously not going to stream in 4K, but when I do stream, I'll stream 720, and I'll make recordings in 1080p and put them on YouTube as well, but probably won't be doing ETS2 as a live stream. I think it's too... I don't know. I think there's too many people already doing that, and I don't think there's anything new I can really bring to it. Maybe in the future, but for now I'll concentrate on things that I think are really relaxing for people to enjoy.
Right, and then exit right.
And then we'll go from there. If people enjoy what I do,
Exit
maybe
right.
I could stream this as well, but we'll see.
Turn right.
Whoops, went over the shoulder there. As one does. Yes, so I've got a few plans for things I can play for live streaming, which will be kind of pleasant and coming good. I was just trying to work out where the road went. I should have probably slowed down a lot more there and stopped, but all good. Nothing was coming, thankfully. But yes, so if you have any suggestions for things I might play for a live stream, do let me know. Suggestions for places that I might drive in Euro Truck Sim. I don't know why I've come over so far into that left-hand lane there. I don't know what happened, why I did that. I thought that this lane was ending, so I pulled over, and then I realised it wasn't, and there was a car coming up on the right-hand side then. I needed to pull over anyway. Shall we get some fuel? Let's do that. Should have indicated there, but didn't really have time. Because of the controls I'm using, it's quite tricky. So yeah, it might be worth investing in better analog inputs such as a wheel. We'll see how that goes. Stop the engine. And let's fill up with fuel. 145 euros. 1.45. See how much these cost. Diesel per litre. €964. Okay. One might be a bit difficult to pull out of, so we're going to have to be a little bit careful coming out of here. So I'm not going to get much of a run up. So we will have to check the coast is clear and then just go for it. The coast isn't clear. I'm not indicating either. Oh, did they stop for me? That's very kind of them, especially when the speed limit's 110. That's never going to happen in real life. Let's get moving. Up that gearbox. That sounded vaguely rude, didn't it? Let's not go there either. Try and keep the innuendo out of this as much as possible. Now, those flashing beacons on the meridian there, does that mean we've got some roadworks coming up? I'm presuming if there are, they're in the Meridian. Oh, I'm guessing they're just temporary thing to, because there's no barrier there. I don't know. Who does know? I might go quiet again for a while. I think I'm just waffling too much. So enjoy the journey again for a bit. It's just me, but have you noticed how many green vehicles there are around? I noticed several trucks that are green.
Caution. Please mind the speed limit.
I don't mind the speed limit if you don't, so that's fine. It's all good. It's all under control. This looks quite busy, so I'm going to have to be a bit careful pulling out here. I think we can pretty much keep going straight, I think. Let's just check the right hand mirror. Okay, we're okay there. We're okay to the left, yeah. No, I don't think there's any need to indicate here. We just happened to choose the correct booth there to come straight out into the lane I wanted. That was handy. Some side lights on. I believe in some countries, those running lights or side lights, whichever you wish to call them, I think in some countries it's mandatory to have those on. I don't know which ones. If it's France, I've been breaking the law until now. It isn't in the UK. I think in Scandinavian countries it is. Some of them, I don't know. I noticed with Saabs and Volvos that their running lights, side lights, whichever you wish to call them, they come on automatically and they stay on all the time. And you know, as far as I know, they always have. I remember even back in the 1980s, they used to do that. Back when they were rare for being safe vehicles. Nowadays, most vehicles are so much safer than they used to be. Looking, I mean, I love 1950s cars. The styles are beautiful, but they were absolutely lethal if you had an accident. The steering column just went straight through your chest. And of course, nobody had any seat belts back then or anything like that. No airbags. if you got hit head on by something as big as a truck, the engine would just come and crush the lower half of your body. Anyway, this is supposed to be relaxing, so let's not concentrate on that. Let's just think about the fact that vehicles are so much safer these days than they used to be. Vast improvement. Why did that vehicle accelerate past me and then slow down?
Please watch the speed limit.
Perhaps because I'm breaking the speed limit. Oh, there we go. It's all good. Right, we're going to need to slow down. This looks pleasant. To see if we have any traffic lights or anything coming up. We do, so we're going to go a little bit careful. Take our speed down a bit. To brake a little bit heavily then, but we were fine.
Go straight on.
Now, incidentally, that parking brake on. I'm glad to keep my foot on the brake or put the. You can see that mirror there above the windscreen. You can see how close you are to the vehicle in front from that, because there's no way of knowing otherwise, especially with a small vehicle like that one in front. So we are actually very close, but we're fine. I'll take the parking brake off. Saves me for keeping my foot on the brakes, but yeah, it's quite easy to roll in something this heavy, so best to make sure you've got some kind of braking applied when you're supposed to be stationary, otherwise you may not remain stationary. Right, I suspect these lights might change, so I'm going to coast for a minute.
Go straight on.
Stopped a bit short there of the lights, but that's fine. And onward. Anyone else pulling right in front of me? No? Good. That's okay. We can accelerate them. Whoops, I think I'm just about to jump a red. Kind of did, but I had to make a decision then and slam the brakes on. It's all good. Didn't cause an accident, so it's all. Right, I think I want to change lanes here. Not quite sure which way we're going, so I'll stay in this lane for now. We've got Leon. Straight on. So far, and I'm reticent to mention this, but so far we've not had any major incidents. We will see if that continues. I think for the sake of the game I can only go through these ones with the green although maybe they're the only ones that are for trucks thinking about it, or for payments by card. Possibly, I don't know. I have no idea. Right, I'm going to indicate left here. Keep my eye on my left mirror. Double check my right mirror. We should be good to go. Sharp bend coming up, so I'm going to watch my speed. Haven't had to use any engine braking so far. Useful, especially when you're going downhill and you've got a very heavy load. I also have the retarder switched on as well, so that adds to braking power. Haven't really heard that kick in much either so far on this journey. Hasn't been particularly hilly, to be honest. I want to tackle something a bit more exciting and hilly next. I thought we'll start with a nice simple journey because it's straightforward, flows nicely. So I do hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. It's the way I treat life. It's all about the journey. It's not about the destination. It is literally about being in the moment. Keeping my speeds fairly low as well, just there's no rush.
Caution. Please mind the speed limit.
Just as I said that, the speed limit dropped and I found myself breaking it. But that's fine, it's all good. Right, we have a contraflow in place here. We're going to duck back across again. All good.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right.
Way ahead of you there. Now, how does this junction work? Okay, so I can just keep going. And I don't actually think I need to indicate this. And I didn't need to brake. It's fine, I could have just kept coasting through. You just never know with this. Actually, the junctions are very different in different countries, but also, well, just, I don't know, they differ. Sometimes you can come straight on like that. Other times you have to give way, or yield, as they say in the States. Right, talking about the States, if you're from America and you hear me using the word lorry, don't get confused. That's what we call trucks in the UK. I try to call them trucks because that's a much more universally worldwide accepted term. We do call them trucks in the UK, but I think only because it's an Americanism that's become used in the UK. Certainly noticed over the last sort of 20 years or so, it's more likely to hear people calling them trucks than you would have done back, as I say, 20 years ago. People probably would have called them lorries, or we used to call them articulated lorries, which is what you call a semi in the US. Look at that glorious sunset behind us. I'm actually going to put my main lights on now. Headlights. Probably should have done that about 30 minutes ago, but you know, it's all fine. Interesting, I don't know where the word lorry comes from. I have no idea as to the etymology of that. If you know, do let me know. But a truck here has changed meaning somewhat, because it used to mean a sort of trolley. Well, I was about to say a trolley on wheels. I mean, aren't all trolleys on wheels? But yes, that's what a truck used to mean here. Nowadays, if you say truck, people will assume you mean lorry. Language is something that fascinates me, along with culture. And as I say, I love travelling. Again, that's hence the name Chilled Voyager. I like to travel, like to relax, be in the moment, enjoy every second. Not necessarily even enjoy every second, but be present in every second. I'm not sure what those flashing. I'm assuming that it's just there because of the meridian being missing. So that's why I slowed down. Then I thought there were roadworks coming up, but no, it's all good. Try and stay in my lane if I can. Okay, we're going a little bit too rapidly there. That's fine. It's all good. If I say that too often, that's fine. It's all good. I do apologise. Why are you going so slowly, mister? Or Mrs? Or Miss? Ms? I think the speed limit dropped there. I didn't notice, but so I don't think it dropped for me. Lower speed limit here for trucks than there is for cars, which is odd. And this, I have my speed set limit set to 90 anyway for trucks, so I can't go over that. So I think it's probably quite a common speed for trucks to be limited to in the real world. I believe we have another set of toll booths coming up. Let's go behind that red car actually. Yeah, that feels good to me. Not the right lane to be in. We'll find out when we get to the other side. All good. I am gradually getting better at this. It is all about practice, basically. And also getting to know the routes as well, I think. Getting to know the different types of junctions, and having said that, there will still, as I said earlier, be incidents, there will be problems. It's going to happen from time to time. We've been quite fortunate so far on this journey that nothing too difficult has come up, and I haven't sort of caused any major problems or fatalities or anything like that.
Caution. Please watch the speed limit.
Let's use a bit of engine brake. There we go. Just for the sake of it, as we're in a tunnel, it's nice to have that bit of echo. Now, which lane do I want to be in? I believe I should be over there. bet he will get around the corner and I'll have to change lanes again. I think we have another toll section coming up. Toll booth. Quite a lot of those in France. But they have good roads, so you can't really argue with that if it works. I will stay in the lane I'm in. I think that works okay. Another thing I was going to mention is that at the moment I'm sticking to journey times in real time of about an hour. I think that's about right for a video. So, but if you'd like to see longer or even shorter, do let me know. As I said earlier, I tend not to over-edit these things. I try and keep them as natural as possible. But yeah, if you'd like to see, I don't know, shorter bits, that's fine, or longer. Let me know and we'll go from there. I'll work out what to do. Obviously I'm going to be playing other things as well, not just this. This is a new channel for me. Do have other channels, but they're mostly not gaming related, so I'm going to be concentrating on chilled Voyager for a while because life is very stressful at the moment. And for those watching this in the future, we are going through the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic at the moment. A lot of people are very stressed and concerned, and I think it's important to relax and take your mind off things a bit. So watching anything that's calming, or I think that's going to be a good thing. Try not to veer off the road. I was too relaxed then. Now where do we want to be? Oh, I see. I should probably have indicated there, but I've got a feeling we should go for this one. Could be wrong. So I believe the yellow and blue is a mixture of cars and trucks. The blue is just trucks, I think. Quite well that one out yet, but gonna let this truck go ahead. After you. Check that mirror, check this mirror. Okay, let's go. Milan, Torino. That's where we want to go, so Milan it is. Right hand lane.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right.
Way ahead of your sister. See those vehicles coming the other way, just blinding everyone. But to be honest, I can't see a thing without main beam on. Or your brights, as you might call them. Right, I think we want the left-hand lane here, so let's come over a bit.
Keep left.
Whoops, let's try and stay in that lane. When is the keep left? She didn't mean over on the other carriageway. I have no idea which lane I want to be, but I think let's wait till we see these signs before deciding what to do.
Keep left.
Yep. Speeding slightly, so we'll bring the speed down with the old engine brake a bit. Straight on again. We don't want to go to Torino.
Keep left.
Milano. That's where we're going. Let's get these car batteries to Milan. What are they going to use them in there? I mean, there's a lot of motoring manufacturing and I don't know if there is in Milan as such, but definitely using Italy. Don't know. What I know about Milan is it's the fashion district of not just of Italy, but probably of the world. Where are we going? Should we go over one? No, there's a truck coming in behind us, so let's stay in this lane. Whoops. I was about to say we're all good as long as I stay in lane. And then I veered over to the right. I think I mentioned steering with the mouse, and whilst, you know, it's an analog input, so it works remarkably well, unlike using a wheel, you've no idea where your centering is. So it can become a problem if you lose sense of where exactly the steering is at any moment in time. You can then start veering around like an idiot. But it is a lot better than using the keyboard to steer, as I can tell you from many years ago when I first started using UK Truck Simulator, back in goodness knows what year that was. Don't know. It's at least, no, it's more than 10 years ago. Yes. Oh, actually, no, it probably wasn't. No, it probably was probably about 10 years ago. I don't know when the UK Truck Sim came out. 2010, 11, I'm guessing. I think this originally came out in 2012. But anyway, yeah, trying to steer with a keyboard. You just zigzag across the road constantly. It's hilarious. I love watching people do that in GTA 5 as well, which again, I mean, as I said earlier, I do play GTA 5. When I say play, I don't really play it. I use it pretty much as a driving sim. I set up ideas for routes and things and drive to pick a different vehicle and the reason for being there. Might do some of that on here as well on this channel. We'll see how it goes, but I will be using GTA 5 to do some, as I said, to do some DJ sets and things, and if that doesn't interest you, that's fine. I will put it on this channel anyway because they will be quite chilled, but if you're only really
Please mind the speed limit.
interested in ETS2 and things of that ilk, I will stick to this. As for American Truck Simulator, that looks amazing. The graphics are just even better than this, really. I mean, it's almost like it's Euro Truck Simulator, well, let's say Truck Simulator 3. It's kind of, graphics are incredible, but I'm going to explore Europe first and then we'll move on to that. And I'm not in a rush to move on to it. There's a lot of people who are, you know, playing that already. We'll move on to that at some other point. The truck's obviously bigger, the engines are bigger, different style of driving a lot of the time because the raids, you know, well, I don't know. Well, it's certainly going to be fun to play. I've not even played it in my own time yet, let alone shot any videos in it, but like I said, we'll move on to that. And I think I might not play it ahead of time. I might just wait until I start shooting videos, and actually I think I want to be in the other lane, actually. I just realised. We'll see where we go. Oh no, it doesn't matter which lane I'm in, in which case let's move back over again. That was fun.
Caution. Please watch the speed limit.
As always, I'm watching it, I'm just not obeying it. It's like everyone else is confused and changing lanes as well, so it's not just me. It's all fine. Nothing to see here. Let's have another bit of quiet for a while, just as we get towards the end of our journey. And here we go with another toll booth. Here we are. Oops, started to be a bit short there. Way ahead of you again. It's on fire. It's all good. Now I'm going to guess that we're going to want to go over one because we don't want to go to Palmer particularly. We want Milano. That's where we want to go.
and then exit right. Exit right. Caution. Please mind the speed limit. Get ready to turn left.
Okay.
Turn left.
I had a feeling
Go
those lights would
straight on.
change. Whoops. Very nearly overshot there. Fine. So we're nearing the end of our journey. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope it's been fairly relaxing. If not, if you've got any suggestions, do put them in the comments. As long as they're fairly sensible and not too rude. But this is YouTube. And you get what you get when you post videos on YouTube. That's just the way it is, unfortunately. There you go. But it'd be nice
left, and then turn left.
Nice if we can encourage some. Excuse me, where are you going? Sorry, just to keep the car behind.
Turn left.
Well, that'll teach them, won't it? I didn't do that deliberately, but. But yes, sensible suggestions, pleasant conversation, that kind of thing. That'll be nice. I've absolutely no idea what that means. It means my dinner's done. Oh no, it's not the microwave. Left again here? No, can't be there.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
We are nearly at our destination.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. I messed up a bit. It's all fine. I presume we go straight on.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right, and then turn right.
I see where we are. We are at our destination. Going in a little bit heavy there. Well, that's it. Our journey.
This is where it ends.
It is. That sounded a bit ominous. Going to come out a bit so I don't clip that right-hand gate. Now, where do I want to be? Park. Is it in one of those bays, or is it... Well, anyway, while I work out where to park, may I say thank you very much for joining me on this journey. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. And yeah, please don't forget to like and subscribe. You can unlike it if you want to, but I'd rather you liked it. But yeah, be genuine and like or dislike as you wish. Comment if you have anything you'd like to say, if you've got any ideas for other routes or trucks you'd like me to drive, and also on top of that, any ideas for what I might live stream. I've already got a few ideas on that one. I'm going to go round because I believe this is where we're going to be parking. But I will leave you here and say thank you very much for joining me on this journey. Until next time, take good care.